Hello everyone, my name is Jack, and today I'm going to review the Doughboy War, the American Expeditionary Force in World War I by James Hallas. This book offers a deep and gripping look into the experiences of American soldiers known as Doughboys who fought in the trenches of World War I. Hallas paints a vivid picture of their struggles from brutal combat to the hardships of daily life on the front lines of the World War I. So now, imagine you are being knee-deep in the mud, surrounded by constant gunfire, exhaustion weighing on you, and no guarantee for survival. This was a reality of the Doughboys in World War I. Hallas effectively conveys the emotional and physical hardships of the Doughboys through first-hand accounts, strong historical analysis, and detailed storytelling, making this book a valuable resource for understanding World War I from a soldier's perspective. So, how does James Hallas describe the experiences of American soldiers during World War I, and what makes his argument compelling? Okay, let's summarize the story first. So, the Doughboy is a detailed account of the experiences of American soldiers, commonly known as Doughboys, who fought in World War I, which I mentioned before. So, the book primarily focuses on the personal stories of these soldiers, using diaries, letters, and first-hand accounts to illustrate the brutal realities of combat and life in the trenches. And the author Hallas explores how American troops adapted to the harsh condition of warfare, including trench combat, exposure to chemical weapons, and the psychological toll of constant bombardment. He also discusses the training process, leadership challenges, and interaction between American and Allied forces. A significant theme of the book is the rapid transformation of inexperienced American soldiers into battle-hardened fighters. The author highlights key battles such as Balliol Wood, the Moose Argonne Offensive, and St. Mihiel, showing how American troops played a decisive role in breaking the stalemate on the Western Front. Beyond the battlefield, the Doughboy War also examines the moral, discipline, and struggles of the soldiers, including issues with supplies, food, disease, and homesickness. Hallas presents a balanced perspective, acknowledging both the courage of the Doughboys and the difficulties they faced due to poor leadership decisions and inadequate preparation. Overall, the Doughboy War provides a vivid and deeply personal look at the American experience in World War I, emphasizing the resilience and sacrifice of the soldiers who helped shape the outcome of the war. Second, the evaluation of the author's argument. So the main idea of Hallas' argument is that American soldiers faced unimaginable hardships, and he successfully proves this through rich first-hand accounts and detailed analysis. However, there are both strengths and weaknesses of his arguments. So for strengths, there are 3 points. So the first point is the use of primary sources. So the book is filled with letters and first-hand testimonies, making it highly authentic and engaging. And the second point is the realistic and emotional impact. Hallas doesn't glorify war, he highlights its grim realities, helping the readers to connect with the Doughboys' suffering. Let's take an example from this letter. When you finally got down to where the troops lived, you were in utter darkness. You may or may not have a candle. You slept on some type of frame that had a chicken wire for a spring, and there were no mattress. And you had your blanket. Now, that was the abode of rats also. And the greatest concern was crawling in with rats. Because when you got down there, even if you did have a candle, it cast a very dim glow. You would take your blanket and ruffle it up, you see, and you didn't know if some rat had crawled in there or not. I mean, these were great big field rats, you know. They were animals, they weren't house mice, and the air down there didn't have ventilating systems on account of the gas danger. I have never experienced such foul air as when I slept in dugouts when I was with the French. Of course, the bodies of the men hadn't been bathed. They didn't disrobe. They just lay down in their regular clothes. It was the foulest smelling air. Well, those were the dugouts. So after reading this letter, you can see how hard for the soldiers to take a rest in the dugouts. And to prevent you don't know what a dugout is a place where the soldiers dig under the ground to protect themselves from the bomb from the plane. And so, as they were in the war, they can't take a bath, of course, so they will have bad smells. And there are a bunch of soldiers, so the air will be very stink. And in addition, there are also big fat rats, and you don't know if they will bite you or not. And if they carry diseases, it can cause a big damage for the soldiers that rest with them. And the third point is the well-organized structure. Each chapter focuses on different aspects of the war experience, from enlistment to battlefield survival. Next one, the weaknesses. There are only 2 points. The first one is, at times, the book is very detailed, which might feel overwhelming for casual readers. And the second point is that the book focuses mainly on American soldiers, which provide less insight into their allies or the larger way strategy. Next, the impact and relevance of the book to today. So, the Doughboy War is an essential read for anyone studying World War I because it personalizes history, showing the war through the eyes of the soldiers themselves. And why does it matter today? The book helps us understand the psychological and physical impact of war on soldiers. For example, you can see many diary and letters written by the soldiers. And in the diaries and letters, it emphasizes the suffering the soldiers went through in the warfare. And the book also connects to modern veterans' experiences. And veterans are those soldiers who are already retired. So the book connects to their experiences as many things. For example, like PTSD and trench warfare, which remain relevant to today. And finally, historians praise the book for its in-depth portrayal of the Doughboy's resilience. Finally, conclusion. So James Hallas successfully captures the hardships, courage, and sacrifices of the Doughboys in World War I. Through personal letters, gripping details, and historical depth, the book brings their experiences to life. So finally, I would like to recommend this book for history lovers, students, historians, and anyone who want to understand the personal side of war. So if you're curious about what life was like for American soldiers in World War I, this book is a must read. Let me know in the comments if you've read it or have any thoughts on the Doughboy's experience. Thanks for watching the video. I'm Jack. See you next time.